Elsa's POV. After he went out of the room, I released a big sink and slumped down on the bed. If I think about the stuffs happening in my life right now, then I will surely say everything is going way too fast. I'm not even able to comprehend what is happening with me. Instead, I am going with the flow. Not wanting to give much stress to my throbbing head, I concisely lay down on his bed without covering my body. My eyes wander around his room as I keep drinking the dark and manly interior of his enormous room. Everything here shouts his name. His strong manly smell is lingering in the room everywhere, causing me to take a deep breath while thinking about him. I don't know when sleep consumed me. I groaned when I felt someone snatching my duvet from me. I opened my half sleepy eyes only to meet with the sharp eyes of my girl's gang. Mrs. Deho, if you are done with your beauty sleep, then can we please move forward to get you all dolled up? Jenny asked me with all the sarcasm she could collect. I smiled cheaply to her and hugged her, to which Rose winked at first, but then she also joined us. I apologized from them and told them everything that is happening with me from last 24 hours, except that hotel part, of course. They hugged me again, and when I got emotional a little and gave me a very good speech which really did help me to lift up my mood and spirit. Soon some beauticians also came in and unrushed me in the bathroom to take the shower. After treating myself with a relaxing bath, I took the shower quickly and went out in his robe, which was again smelling like him. All the ladies really dolled me up while doing an amazing work with my hairs and makeup. After that, I wore a dress. It was maroon crystal floral work net dress with a deep V-neck cut in the front, which was giving an amazing view of my chest till mid-ribs while showing the curves. The dress was really gorgeous, but it was way too much revealing for my taste. I have never wore a dress like this, but despite all this fact, I did feel beautiful. I accompanied my dress with a diamond choker and studs. My hairs were left open, and my makeup was done smoky with my maroon lipstick painting my lips. I wore the shiny grey Jimmy Choo heels and was embraced by the sprinkles of Victoria's Secret perfume. It was already quite dark when I was finally ready. All the ladies present in the room with me were looking at me in awe and was praising me and their hard work. I thanked all of them as their amazing work really deserved the appreciation. We were talking when the door of the room flung open, revealing the devil itself. My breath stuck in my throat when his hazel brown eyes found mine. I shuddered when I saw his eyes wandering over my body from head to toe. But what strangely excited me more was the way his eyes turned dark, and before I could even understand, he was coming toward me with big long step. I gasped and looked around, only to find us alone. When and where all the ladies disappeared, I gasped again when he pulled me toward him while holding my waist and made me look at him while holding my chin only to crash his lips on the corner of my mouth. I fisted his blazer in the fist and closed my eyes tightly. His lips kept lingering there for a few seconds before he pulled away and held my hand that were fisting his blazer till now. After this, he started walking out of the room while holding my hand. I don't know why, but I was expecting him to compliment me. We both went out from the mansion and sat down in the limo. Neither me nor he uttered a single word, but he kept me close to him all the time. Soon we reached at the venue. I was scared as hell at the moment, but when I felt his large muscular hand wrapping around my waist securely, I felt myself relaxing instantly. There wasn't any hustle and bustle, as our guard were taking really good care of paparazzi. We entered inside the venue together. All the heads turned toward us. Different people were showing different reactions. Some were smiling politely, some were glaring, some were neutral, but the Mafia King walking beside me didn't even give them a second glance and kept on walking confidently. We reached the stage and soon Uncle Kim hugged both of us and the function finally started. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to have you all with us sharing such a big day of our life. My son, Kim Tae-ho, has now married to my innocent and most gorgeous girl, Elsa Manoban. A very big cheers for the lovely couples. Uncle said loudly, while everyone cheered for us and clapped too. I smiled politely at them, while Tae-ho kept standing on the rigid poster by holding my waist more firmly than before. Now today, I want to announce one more important and big news with all of you. Uncle Kim started again, but this time his voice was more firm, serious and dominating. Today, I, Seojin Kim, the biggest mafia king of underworld, has decided to hand over my throne to my elder son Kim Tae-ho. He once again said, only to get a lot of hooting, claps and excited Cheers from the audience. I hope to see our kingdom flourishing more and more with you in the control. Make me proud, son, Uncle said, and finally completed his speech. A man came on the stage and forwarded some paper toward Teho, which he quietly took and signed on them. I jumped from my place when I heard the sound of shooting. The whole place was resonating with the sound of shooting as people kept on cheering for their new leader. To be honest, I was numb. Everything happening here was new for me. I still couldn't believe that I am the wife of most powerful mafia king. And now, the wife of Teho. I am now Elsa Kim. After this, we went down from the stage and a lot of lead people came and greeted us. Not for once Teho left me alone, but he didn't even talk to me once. I was tired and hungry, and I don't know why. I was feeling little down. I was feeling lazy from inside. The excitement which I should be holding was not there. Soon we made to cut the cake and feed each other. However, Teho didn't eat cake at all, but he did feed me a very big bite and also cleaned my lips while kissing me in front of everyone. I blushed furiously at this while people hooted and cheered for us. He sniffed when he see me looking down while blushing furiously. After this, JK came toward me and took me on the dance floor. Today, I must say, you are looking hot, Elsa. For the very first time in our meeting, I can say you are not looking like a vomiting mouse. He made fun of me, to which I glared at him and pinched his bicep. He shrieked at this like a girl, making me laugh at his antics. After a few minutes, I danced with Anbo, and he as always complimented me sincerely. I smiled and hugged him, to which he hugged me back and rubbed my back, which did help me to relax my tense muscles. Suddenly, the song changed and I was thrilled and passed to the familiar arms. He caught me easily and pulled me closer to him. I looked up at his eyes, which were having so many emotions in them, which I could found of. I sighed and decided not to stress myself more. So, without thinking much, I put my head on his chest and closed my eyes while swaying my body with him. He pulled me more closer, but what made me shocked was him hugging me. He put both of his hands on my back and hugged me with his one hand over my head while other on my waist as we on swing on the lyrics with his head over my head. Let's get you some food. You will need energy later at night. Finally, he said something for the first time tonight. I shivered at his word as his breath kept on tickling my cheeks. He took me off the dance floor and made me sit on the dining table. He also sat down beside me as the helper started serving food to both of us. Without wasting any more second, I dig in my food. While eating, I felt his lingering gaze on me, but I chose to ignore it and concentrated on my food. I was drinking water when I see JK throwing dagger in a particular direction. I followed his gaze and see Rose talking to one of the handsome men while giggling at something. I furrowed my eyebrows and decided to ask him later on. I slumped on my chair once I was done with my food. We are leaving now. I heard his husky voice and looked beside me only to find him standing in his tall, proud frame. I nodded my head and stood up too, but little did I know something else was already waiting for me.